Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of The Watch Collector. My name's Ollie. Today I'm going to look at a very special watch from a brand that I've already had the pleasure of not only reviewing previously at a live event, but also got to know the guys who are looking after the brand in the UK. And it's absolutely no secret that I'm a fan of not only their approach to horology, but their approach to how to tell the time. It was founded with a super innovative idea of how to do that. Let's do things differently was their approach, and in my view they've absolutely smashed it. But before we do, the obligatory wristwatch check. As you can see, I'm not actually wearing one today. The reason why is because I've had some pretty exciting news of something that's going to be coming into my own collection. I'm going to give a little bit of a clue here, and that's enough for now. So, Trilobe, founded in 2018, or forgive me, they released their first watch in 2018, founded by a gentleman called Gauthier Massonneau. This is the Trilobe Nuit Fantastique Secret. This is a really cool concept as far as I'm concerned. Why? Their normal, say normal, Trilobe of this model indicates the time in, as I mentioned at the outset, really quite an innovative way. So let me explain. So you have the hour indicators around the outside of the dial. You then have a central smaller dial which indicates the minutes and the seconds below it, effectively forming an infinity or a number 8, which, as we know in certain cultures, is a lucky number. So what I'm going to do is, before we get to the real specialness of this watch, if that's not special enough, I'm going to unpick the crown. And you can see, by speeding it up, just how the movement and telling of the time works. It's pretty ingenious. I love the off-center dials. I love the fact that they are connected with the Clos de Paris motif in the center. It's an incredibly legible, but also innovative way of telling the time. But as I mentioned, that's not what really makes this watch special. What makes this watch special is this. When you order it, and this specific model only, and there are multiple other colors and versions that you can get, either in a 38.5 or a 40.5 millimeter case. This is the latter. You can specify, if you want the secret model, a date, a time, and a place. And what Trilobe will do is they will mark the night sky as it was at that time on the dial. I mean, what kind of really special gift, whether that's for you or for anybody else, to mark, for example, a birth date, perhaps a particular deal in business that you've managed to complete. That's a pretty special way of making a watch completely unique and personal to you. As a result, these watches are idiosyncratic in a way that you're just not going to find anywhere else. And to get a unique piece like this for around £10,000, in my view, is outstanding value. On top of that, the case is made of grade 5 titanium with alternating satin and highly polished edges. Finishing is top. The lugs are fashioned in that old school way, which means that they are separate from the case, they're not one piece, and they add them in through holes made into the case and then connected, and you can see the step. It's incredibly sharp, beautifully done, as you would expect of a watch of this price, but also a manufacturer of this caliber. If we flip the watch over, I can show you the movement. This is called the Centric X movement, with a 48-hour power reserve. It beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and is actually made for Trilobe specifically by Le Cercle des Horlogers, also from La Chaux de Fonds. Excuse me, my French accent is not always the best, but that is who makes it. And honestly, the biggest compliment that I can pay, and it could well be that Mr. Jean-François Moujon is part of the Cercle des Horlogères, but the way that it's laid out really reminds me of how he does his movements. And as we know, he has been involved with some of the best and brightest independent manufacturers over the last 10 to 15 years. But it's really, really nicely done. As we can see, a micro-rotor, you can, if I pull the crown out, as always, you get that really lovely ability to watch. If I pull it out. There we go. It moving. It's one of those where actually you really enjoy the way that this movement looks. The bridge on this one is plated in black gold, and of course all the screws are mirror polished. Let's throw it on the wrist and see how it wears. So this piece is, as I mentioned, specific to a client. I'm not going to do it up because we want to preserve the strap in absolute perfect condition. The gentleman knows that we're doing this and has given our blessing. So we're lucky to be able to shoot this video. But my word, the proportions are almost perfect. I'm trying to think of a way that the presentation of the head of the watch with the lugs could be improved. I'm not sure it can. You've got the bezel, which is slightly domed, with a mirror polish. The sapphire crystal is anti-reflective and again is slightly domed and has a beautiful, just very slight curve to it. This is absolutely a watch that can be worn from day into night, whether it's as a casual piece or more formal. So overall, that's the Trilobe Nuit Fantastique Secret. As I mentioned, I'm a massive fan of the brand. I think what they've done here is ingenious, not only in terms of the display of the time, but also the ability to replicate the night of the stars, I should mention, at a particular date, time, and place is ingenious. Guys, thanks so much for watching. That's enough for now. We'll see you next time.